and Diaspora Affairs states that it continues to engage the Ethiopian authorities regarding the cooperation between border residents and long-term peace in the Kenya-Ethiopia frontier. I submit and thank you. This is read on behalf of the committee chair, Honorable Nelson Koech, chairperson, Department Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations, and I note the vice chair of the committee is here for in case of any further clarifications. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. Our next order was to be order number 8, but I will exercise my discretion under standing order 40 to reorder the order paper, as we cannot put the question on order number 8. So we shall move to order number 9. Honorable Nabuin, member for Turkana North, I'm told you wanted to make a comment?
Yes.
Before we move to the next order?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I was expecting to be given a chance to make a comment on this.
Usually you have to request it.
Oh, okay.
And you haven't put your card, so...
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I thought you were satisfied.
Madam Speaker, I am satisfied with the engagement with the committee and the response therein. Madam Speaker, I also want to confirm that the last 2 weeks, we, together with the Special Envoy, Honorable John Munyes, we were able to engage the Ethiopian authorities at a higher level in Addis and also at the regional level. So, Madam Speaker, the happenings now are good, and our communities, both communities across the border, together with the Turkana community, are engaging. There are peace committees that have already been formed. But, Madam Speaker, in a meeting with the ministry, the CS and the PS and the team from the KDF, we agreed that Liwan KDF camp is set up like immediately. And then we should have a liaison officer across the border, because that is what we are missing, Madam Speaker. Once we have a liaison officer from the KDF, we'll be able to engage with the Ethiopian army, because a lot of activities are happening there and our people are harassed. And we feel if we have a liaison officer, he will be able to support in engaging the team from the other side. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, honorable members. I think, is there any other comment on that particular response? If none, then we can move to the next order.
Order number 9, Committee of the Whole House.
Order, honorable members. We are in the Committee of the Whole House on the Assisted Reproductive Technology Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2022. We are going to resume from clause 5.
Clause 5.
can see the chairman is in. I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Chairman, you have an amendment.
Madam Speaker, I have amendment that the bill be amended by deleting clause 5 and substituting, therefore, the following new clause. That the council shall establish a committee to be known as the Assisted Reproductive Technology Committee.
You are not audible, Chair.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I propose that the bill be amended by deleting clause 5 and substituting, therefore, the following new clause 5. 5.1, the council shall establish a committee to be known as the Assisted Reproductive Technology Committee. The committee shall conduct the business and affairs in accordance with the provisions of the schedule. The justification of this to make provision for the Kenya Medical Professional Dentists Council to establish a committee known as Assisted Reproductive Technology Committee to be responsible for the functions relating to the provisions of assisted reproductive technology services in the country.
Honorable Dr. Nyikal, I suggest that if it's too long, you can just say
As in the order paper?
Yes.
Fine.
So that we can make progress.
So that if members have queries,
Honorable members, I believe that you have the document, so to make it easier for the chair. So, honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the chairman. Yes, the Honorable Millie Odhiambo, member for Suba North.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I was actually more in preference of a directorate, but as part of harmonization, I was willing to let go, and so I support the amendment towards the council and a committee of the council, which actually was proposed by Honorable Kaluma.
Thank you, Honorable Millie. I don't know, Honorable Naomi Wako, do you have interest in this? Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the chairman. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. We have another amendment, honorable members, by the Honorable Peter Kaluma, MP. But it is not your. Honorable Millie, what do you want? You have a comment on this one? Because the fact that Honorable Kaluma is not here.
Yeah, just to inform the House that Honorable Kaluma is not in, but most of the amendments we had agreed as part of the harmonization process. I think there may be about 3 that we didn't agree on, and the chair will alert the House which ones those were. But Honorable Kaluma, again, is not here. But it's fair that I alert the House. But this one was not, I think the committee proposal carried the day. In fact, the council was proposed by Honorable Kaluma. So it's actually his amendment that has carried the day.
So, Chair, would like to add something?
I'd like to add, basically the issue here was the bill was creating a directorate, but it was agreed that that will be a whole new structure. So we say we have a council within the Medical Professional Dentists Council. So a lot of other coming will be relating to that, and we have agreed we have a council instead of a directorate. So the amendments are just aligning with that.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. So the amendment by the Honorable Kaluma is dropped. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 5 be amended. That clause 5, as amended, be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 6.
I propose the question that clause 6 be part of the bill. Chairman? Honorable Dr. Nyikal.
Chair, I propose that Clause 6 be amended as in the order paper. And again, the justification is that for alignment with the proposed amendment, that the Assisted Reproductive Committee is be established by the Medical Practitioner Dentist Council, so that we do not have the word directorate. So wherever there's a directorate, that amendment will appear. That's Clause 7.
That is Clause 6, Honorable Chair.
No, Clause 6.
Honorable members, I propose the question that Clause 6 be amended as proposed by the chairman. Honorable Emilio Odhiambo.
In light of what I'd said earlier, I support.
Thank you very much. I do not see any other interest in this. So I now put the question that Clause 6 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dr. Nyikal. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that Clause 6 as amended be part of the bill. As many as of that opinion say aye? As many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I hereby drop the amendment by the Honorable Peter Kaluma.
Clause 7.
I propose the question that Clause 7 be part of the bill. Chairman, you have an amendment.
Madam Chair, the proposed that Clause 7 be amended as in the order paper. Basically what it's doing is replacing the word national government with the cabinet secretary. The issue is to be more specific. Instead of saying national government, say cabinet secretary. That's a more specific terminology.
Honorable members, I propose the question that Clause 7 be amended as proposed by the chairman. Honorable Emilio Odhiambo.
Thank you, Chair. Before we put the question, I just wanted directions because I wanted to propose a further amendment on the floor. We did harmonization. But I noticed there was a problem like the part 7C, I think, still talks about the talks of the National Health Insurance Fund, which doesn't exist anymore. So I wanted to propose a further amendment to replace it with, is it SHIF or SHA? National Health Insurance Fund is replaced by SHA or by SHIF? Social Health Insurance Fund or by Social Health? Okay. So, Chair, I'm proposing, I don't know whether we dispose of Honorable Nyikal's, because I'm allowed to move on the floor and then I write. I've done that in the past.
I would like to establish whether the amendment that you are bringing now is related to the amendment that has been prosecuted by the Honorable Dr. Nyikal.
It's in the same clause, but not related. The one Honorable Nyikal is raising is in the main part, the national government, and is replacing with the cabinet. But I'm talking to subclause C. So that's why I'm seeking direction, whether we dispose of his first, and then I propose a further amendment to subclause C to replace national health, or whether we recommit. So you'll advise which is easier, whether we recommit or whether I propose amendment on the floor. It's a very simple amendment because the national health insurance doesn't exist anymore.
This seems to be part of cleaning up, but I would like to hear, yes, Colonel Russell.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I think what Honorable Millie there is proposing, this is a house of traditions. And if you wish to move an amendment from the floor, then you should actually have had a discussion with the chairman or the chairperson of the committee, so you are in agreement before actually moving that amendment from the floor. Thank you, Madam Chair.
First of all, the matter that the Honorable Mili is raising is important. However, and I believe that there was a lot of consultation on this bill, so not a problem at all. But our standing order number 152.3 specifically, it gives the Speaker authority, and I would like just to read, at any time before the certification of the bill, the Speaker may correct formal errors or oversights, and this matter can be handled at that stage where NHIF will be replaced with SHIF. So, honorable members, I suggest that we make progress. It will be handled during cleaning up, where NHIF will be replaced with SHIF. I think that clears. Now we can proceed, honorable members. Yes, you may proceed, Chairman.
I probably would like to put a word when that cleaning is being done, and the issue has come whether you're talking of SHA, talking of SHIF, and it makes a big difference, because if you talk of SHIF, you are only talking of one fund, which is the Social Health Insurance Fund. Whereas if you talk of SHA, then we should realize we are talking of the other two funds, which is the chronic emergency and chronic care. So it's very important, because in the cover for some issues, you may need to use any of the three. So we need to be very careful whoever will be doing the cleaning up.
Okay. In that case, Honorable Chair, I would like to give an opportunity to the Honorable Mili to move the amendment.
Thank you.
2 minutes to consult, or even a minute to consult, so that you put together, so that we do not have confusion with the different funds.
Chair, would I then propose that Honorable Jikal's amendment is passed, then I move mine in subclause C. I don't know if you've already passed the Honorable Jikal's.
It's further amended.
So or we do it and pass them
So
together.
get ready, it will be a further amendment to this. So, honorable members, I now put the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Nyikal. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many as of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Now, I give an opportunity to the Honorable Mili to make the further amendment.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I propose a further amendment that clause 7 be further amendment in subclause C by replacing the words National Health Insurance Fund with the SHA. Is it SHA? Yeah, Social Health Authority, SHA. I'm getting the advice from Honorable Nyikal, who is
Noted. Honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Mili Odhiambo. I now put the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Mili Odhiambo. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many as of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now... We also had an amendment from the Honorable Kaluma. Same clause 9. Same clause 7. The proposed amendment by the Honorable Kaluma is hereby dropped. I now put the question that clause 7 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 8.
I propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill, Chairman. I would like to start with the proposed amendment by the Honorable Kaluma. The proposed is a deletion. The fact that there is no one to prosecute that, it's hereby dropped. There is another amendment by the chairman. Please proceed.
I propose that the clause 8 be amended as in the order paper, and basically that is to ensure collaboration between the national and the county government in the access and delivery of assisted reproductive services to all. That's already provided for in the above. Remember when we were discussing 7.
Honorable members, since the proposals by the Honorable Kaluma are appearing in so many clauses, and the fact that the Honorable Kaluma is not in the House, and that there is no one to prosecute the amendment on his behalf, and the fact that he participated in the winnowing process, I would like to drop all amendments by the Honorable Kaluma instead of calling them out in every clause. So, honorable members, now we go to clause 8. I now put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed by the chairman.
If you allow, I may want to have a consultation with that on what you have just said of dropping all Honorable Kaluma's assessment with Honorable Millie, then we proceed. Just 2 minutes or 1.
Going forward, right? It's going forward. It's going forward. Beyond clause 8.
So that is what I want to consult about, so that as we go forward, we are now quite clear they're all dropped.
Yes,
I'll tell you my concern. If a member is not there, we are dropping. We do not know how later on he'll behave towards the whole bill, even the act when it is passed. That's why I want this consultation.
Who do you want to consult?
Honorable Millie.
Okay. Can we give you a minute to do that?
The critics who wonder why senators would visit a border post, because our work is devolution and counties. Yet most of our critics forget that under Article 96, our role is to protect devolution. And Busia as a county is a border of another international country like Uganda. So I hope, Mr. Speaker, because I've seen some people criticizing, especially our colleagues in the National Assembly, wondering what we are doing. In fact, they should have done this job before we came. So, Speaker, this Busia border is a very critical point. But it is very unfortunate that there is a lot of gridlock because of poor infrastructure, demotivated staff. Mr. Speaker, we were shocked that there is around 110 acres, colleagues, who is supposed to be handed over to Kenya Revenue Authority to develop and expand and ensure there is ample parking and processing of clearance of trucks that are either outbound out of Kenya or inbound from Uganda. Mr. Speaker, and we were told that the proposal is that you heard about Mulwanda border point, Mr. Speaker. We should operationalize, Mr. Speaker. We heard about, I think what was called Buteba border point, which is not very far, Mr. Speaker, that can be operationalized. Because we came to learn, Mr. Speaker, today in the morning, that Busia clears more people. But when you go to Malaba, it clears more trucks, Mr. Speaker. And this 110 acres, Mr. Speaker, we hope, and I hope National Land Commission is listening, because I've seen, Mr. Speaker, this is what is missing in this motion, that we should also include that the National Land Commission fast tracks the transfer of land from the Ministry of Interior to Kenya Revenue Authority and East Africa Ministry, so that they can process and allow the expansion. Mr. Speaker, for some people who have traveled to the US, you see, and this is to Kenya National Highway Authority. Under the law, they must construct resting places. Mr. Speaker, it cannot be that when you go to the Busia border point here, that you have to pay to use a public toilet. 20 shillings for the long call, 10 shillings for the short call, Mr. Speaker, and 50 shillings to get a shower. While you go in some states in the US, they have constructed resting place with a convenience store.
Opposition. So our concern is that because we have agreed, gentlemen, we have had a gentle-lady agreement to recommit so that he can come and persuade members on those 3 items. Would it be okay, Chair, if we just moved all of them and when we came to those 3, we notify the House so that he will be allowed later to recommit?
10 minutes to clear. But that is not the truth. We have 22 agencies, Mr. Speaker, that instead of taking 4 hours to clear here, you take more than 4 days. Because of some agencies are not operationally 24 hours, Mr. Speaker. For example, to clear an inbound of dairy products, you have to wait for approval from Kenya Dairy Board in Nairobi. They don't have people who can do approval here, Mr. Speaker. That is what is undermining efficiency, Mr. Speaker, of free trade area in East Africa, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, as a committee, we must tell these 2 agencies. Mr. Speaker, even I'm wondering, why do we call one border post? There is nothing one. You have 22 agencies that you have to clear with. Unless the word, or I'm not good in English, why would you say one border post, one clearance? It is 22 border posts, Mr. Speaker. That's the reality. Because KFIS is here, KRA is here, Kenya Dairy Board is here, Mr. Speaker. It is very unfortunate, Mr. Speaker, that we call it border post. It is the mockery of the English language or mockery of the people, Mr. Speaker. So this issue of clearance is very unfortunate, but I'm happy the Kenya Revenue are collecting a lot of money. For example, in financial year 2023-2024, the target was 4.8 billion, but they collected 4.1 billion. 2024-2025, they collected, the target was 5.33 billion, but they ended up collecting 6.8 billion, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, another issue is the county government. And I think we did advise them, Mr. Speaker, that they need to improve. Because just
30 seconds.
So the counties, the county government of Busia misled us yesterday. Yet they are charging 2,500 for the trailer, 1,000 for the canter, and 1,500, 2,000 for dairy products. Mr. Speaker, if we have to be efficient, let us have a multi-agency to ensure that we have proper efficiency of trade. And I hope after this resolution we will make out the trading partners within East Africa will be for the better of all of us. With those many remarks, Mr. Speaker, I beg to support this motion.
The Deputy Speaker.
Senator Wambua, you should also recognize that there is some protocol that should be observed at some point. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this chance also to contribute to this very, very important motion, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we are here in Busia because the work of the Senators, Article 96, is to protect the counties and the governments and the governments that we have in the counties. Mr. Speaker, when we met the governor of Busia County the first day on Monday, he has a lot of challenges, especially on health care, because whatever budget they propose in his budget, 30% of his budget is consumed by maybe the other side. I don't want to mention the name of the country, but our neighbors from the other side. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, one of the reasons why they have that, they're overstretching their budget on health is because of also the congestion that is here, Mr. Speaker. Because when there is congestion, there is a high population, there are breakouts of diseases and so many other challenges. So, Mr. Speaker, we are living now in the year 2025, almost 63 years after independence. And Mr. Speaker, we have not been able to clear or to finish up some of the challenges that we have encountered since independence. Mr. Speaker, we don't need to belabor the point that or maybe try to blame the previous governments. Mr. Speaker, the government of Jomo Kenyatta, Moi, Kibaki, Uhuru. We should tackle the challenges that we have now. We have been elected by the people from 2022. We will be in office up to 2027. It should not take us beyond 2027, Senator Wambua and my colleagues, before we finish up these challenges that we met here. Then what will be the need for us to be in the office for 5 years? I was asking my colleague, Senator Kisang, because he has been the Haiti ward for that 4 years. And he pronounced that during the last impeachment. So I was asking him for that, with that 4 years experience, why don't you propose or come up with a system that can be able to be used the way Senator Matiang'i was proposing, so that we don't need to queue. There is a system, IT solutions in everything, Mr. Speaker. But he challenged me and told me, you know, systems don't like straight things. So I don't understand what is that system that does not allow efficiency. So, Mr. Speaker, I think this time round, let us collapse that thing called the system so that we can do the right thing. If you have that proposal, Mr. Honorable Senator Kisang, why don't you bring it in this floor of the Senate? Come with it, let us discuss, and then we make the government to act. We are a House of Parliament, mandated by Kenyans to make laws, to facilitate efficiency, even in government, to tame corruption and all these things, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is unfortunate that, you know, the East African Customs Protocol signed many years ago. And up to date, some of the member states don't want this thing to be implemented. You have our brothers in Tanzania, let me mention that side. Because, Mr. Speaker, you can never practice in Tanzania. But Kenya is around experts. Whatever profession you have, you can come from Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, now Somalia also, Sudan, South Sudan, and practice in Kenya. Even representing a citizen of Uganda, the other day is a problem with our sister lawyer, Mother Karua Senior. Because, Mr. Speaker, whatever we agree, countries don't want to implement. Maybe since we're in Busia, let us sort out this problem in Maraba and Busia Mbonda. And, Mr. Speaker, these challenges are very minor. One is about the road, which even yesterday we agreed this road should be fixed so that, Mr. Speaker, the efficiency can be observed. If it is the scanners, the lack of staff in enough staff. We have so many Kenyans who are languishing, even in these streets of Busia, who can even support to work at these border posts, Mr. Speaker, and also expand. The Maraba border works at 4.2 hectares of land. There is no space even for these trucks, Mr. Speaker. So I think let this motion come up with a good resolution. We agree as the Senate and make sure that everything in these border posts lands smoothly, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Oburu Odinga.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, this is an area where I'm very sure you are very much aware. This is an area where you have been in charge, and I know you know what the integration of this area means. Mr. Speaker, the people of this area are the same people. We are the same people. These borders were created artificially by the colonial authorities. Mr. Speaker, if you go, you take the Samia people. The Samia people spread into Uganda, and they have members of parliament in Uganda who are Samias. At one time, Mr. Speaker, if some of you might not be aware, in Kenya, we had Moody Awori as the Vice President of Kenya, and his brother Agre was contesting for presidency in Uganda. So, Mr. Speaker, we also have the Teso people. They spread into Uganda. The Luo people go up to Lolwe Islands there. So the Manyala people, the same. Mr. Speaker, the Korea, you go to Masai, and you go down the Digos. They all spread into Tanzania. And Mr. Speaker, this area was supposed to be one country. But because of during colonial times, Mr. Speaker, I was there. There used to be no border here in Busia. We used to move. Siaya is not far from here. In fact, I'm a neighbor. I'm more of a neighbor than Halwali. And we used to move into Uganda. There was only a roadblock showing you that you are getting into Uganda. And the currency was one during colonial times. Why are we not doing better than the colonialists? Why was Uganda and Kenya more or less one? Because we were using the same currency. There was only a border to show you that you are now crossing into Uganda. Otherwise, these are the same countries, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, sir, the East African community is based on 4 pillars. These 4 pillars, one is the customs union, which I think, Mr. Speaker, is largely implemented. The second pillar is the common market. And this common market envisages free movement of goods, free movement of people, free movement of services, and free movement of capital. And Mr. Speaker, this is where we are doing very poorly. Because on the free movement of people, you had Honorable Adama telling you how expensive it is to fly to Kampala here. Mr. Speaker, even here, movement, though moving on foot here is not a bigger problem, because now, Mr. Speaker, I think we can give credit that people can move with their IDs and they can go into Uganda. Mr. Speaker, on the free movement of goods, there is what we call the non-tariff barriers. These non-tariff barriers, they have been talked about for a long time. I think when you are there, Mr. Speaker, you remember the whole list of non-tariff barriers. They have been reducing them, but why are they not being eliminated completely? Because these are just artificial measures taken by governments to prevent free movement of goods and free movement of people sometimes, but mainly free movement of goods. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to the free movement of people, you also have problems with the right to establishment, because some governments they have signed the protocols. They signed the protocols, but their implementation with these protocols, Mr. Speaker, the big problem is implementation. Implementation is left to the member states, and they don't want to implement them. They signed them, but they don't want to implement them. For instance, right to establishment. The Tanzanian government, I think, sometimes fears that Kenyans are very greedy. They might nyakua all their land there. But, Mr. Speaker, that is not true. Kenya allows people free movement of people. They come and work in Kenya freely. And this should be practiced by all the members because the protocols have been signed by all of them. And it is a problem of implementation. Mr. Speaker, we also have a problem in Lake Victoria. This lake is supposed to be...
1 minute to conclude your thoughts, Honorable Senator.
Mr. Speaker, the lake is supposed to be a common user facility. Uganda practices common user practice with the Congo. They manage the lake jointly. Why can't the East Africans also manage this lake jointly so that fishermen are not harassed and arrested? Some of them are even made to eat raw fish in the lake, Mr. Speaker. Sometimes the fines are too heavy for them and they are jailed there. We have to go and look for them every now and then. Negotiations have to be done. Mr. Speaker, there should be a common user policy for the Lake Victoria so that all the fishermen from all the countries can enjoy this facility and benefit from it, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Tabitha. Attender.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to just pick it up from where our youth leader just had mentioned something. That is when you were once the minister for ESC between 2008 and 2010. And one of the key achievements, Mr. Speaker, that you delivered for this country was ensuring what we call the common market protocol. Free movement of people, free movement of services, free movement of our products, and also the free movement of the labor. We applaud you for that. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I had the privilege to join my colleagues in the Trade and Industrialization Committee, where we also visited the Malabar border. We had intensive discussions with the management and the different stakeholders that cut across. The meeting was led by the KRA manager. Mr. Speaker, one of my key observations as someone who's versed in matters finance was the revenue collection. As early as last year's revenue collection, it amounted to over 8 billion, Mr. Speaker. As we speak currently, their financial target is 12 billion, Mr. Speaker. Then you ask yourself and wonder, where does this money go? Even if it goes to the Ministry of Finance in the consolidated fund, Mr. Speaker, the border deserves to get the